Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Opinionated podcast. I know we haven't been recording lately, and the last couple of months have been pretty dry. But I just wanted to let you know, coming from me, myself, Cameron, and my co-host Carlos, we've definitely been working behind the scenes. We definitely have a lot planned for the future. Wanted to let you know that the podcast is not done. Nothing is over with the podcast. COVID has hit and affected all of our lives in a substantial way, and we wanted to let you know that we are still working behind the scenes, and we plan to flood you guys with content in the fall and the remaining of the year coming. Carlos is actually in North Carolina working for a job to, give himself some income. So he's been gone. Our editor's been pretty busy. But with all that being said, we like everyone to stay around and stick around for the podcast, and we really appreciate the support that we've been receiving throughout this tough time. Hope to see you guys here in the future. I'm out.
Welcome back to another show or episode?
Episode of Opinionated.
I know, but what sounds better, show or episode?
Definitely episode.
You think so?
I think show is like more
But with him, it's a show, you know?
Well, like
you
more,
never know what you're going to get.
I think like show is like more cinematic. Like there's all kind of crazy stuff.
He definitely lives a movie lifestyle.
Hey, same. You gotta get you on
it
the movie
happens.
lifestyle.
Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Opinionated Off-Topic Podcast. Look at me, I got it right this time. We're here with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Austin.
Watkins.
Wattbot.
All
What else
of
you
it.
got?
That's about it,
Hey,
honestly.
I introduced
two
Austin
S's.
as
Watkins, two S's.
I introduced
Yes,
him
sir.
as a COD pro. Every time I introduce him to
The COD
somebody.
pro?
The
Yeah,
COD
he
pro.
He is a COD pro.
I
What else
wish.
are you a pro at? What's your watch going on for?
I got two notifications.
Put that shit on silent, goddammit.
I'm sorry.
Jeez, interrupting our stuff.
You know, it happens. It happens.
Dive into
Well,
this.
I know, for real.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
For all of you who don't know, disclaimer: this is gonna be our third roommate. He's moving in with us.
Yes, sir.
We're
Yes.
moving in with him.
We got some stuff planned. We'll get to that later within this podcast, but I'm
It'll be
excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
It'll
time.
be
It's gonna be a time.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
Shit. It's our own content house alone. Just the names.
Oh,
Brings the
facts.
content. What we need 100 thieves for?
Ooh, that house in a new house is so.
that new house is dope. You see the
dope.
video?
Yeah, I watched it. That pool and
Oh my god, dude.
goodness.
It's so
That's
clean.
like the setup, the kitchen. Oh man.
The girls in there.
Oh my god. That's too
Yeah,
much.
too
What did I
much
tell you
for me.
about your watch? Come on, this is the fourth time.
You don't gotta take it. Oh,
Thank
he
you,
just
dude.
tossed it because he's got.
Man, we got money like that.
Yeah,
toss
just
this
throwing
shit
watches.
up.
Hey, it's only a Series
Is
2.
that-
We're
please.
good. We're good.
Is that-
This
you
man has
talking
a
about
he
it?
has a Series 5 cellular.
Yeah,
So we're not even
him. He
gonna-
has to like.
Look, I bought it with my phone. All right. It came- all right.
All right, we got that.
Anyways, well, first question we have for you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you came from, what you're doing now, who's your girlfriend, who's your wife, what car you drive.
Wow, damn.
How many
everything
times you
at
go
once.
to the bathroom a day?
Wow. No
Who's
wife.
your cat?
Dusty.
Oh.
I have a 20-pound cat.
Look
Best
it
thing
over.
ever. Let's see
No
here.
wife?
No wife. No kids.
Can I
Thank
wife
God. One day, maybe. We'll see.
get there. We'll get
maybe one day.
Wow.
Praise. So confident.
But like you said, my name's Austin. You know, I come from Florida. You know,
What part?
Tampa.
Tampa.
Better than Miami
Better than Miami.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
Dope.
by far.
by far.
Oh, dude, it's so expensive down there. It's
What about
ridiculous.
Orlando? Better than Orlando?
Orlando's
too?
pretty live.
Okay.
The college scene down there, like UCF and all that.
Yeah.
One of the best I've ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Austin obviously is Austin.
Yeah.
It's probably like the best city I've ever lived in.
Like Austin as in Austin, like Austin as in the city.
Austin is the city.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm not that great.
I mean,
Maybe one day.
some,
We'll see.
Other people say otherwise. But
Oof. Well, other than that, you know, I'm over here at Top Golf. You know, working, grinding. Big gamer, obviously.
yeah.
Going to North Carolina this summer with this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss y'all dearly, but
we
it's
got-
all
we
for
got-
the future.
Yeah, we got to make that money.
Yeah.
How long have you been gaming?
Gaming. Once I got hurt in baseball, like I took it somewhat serious.
Dang, dude,
I
I'm
know.
the same boat. Look at here.
We're just twins, bro. It's just meant to be.
man.
What did
I
you
think we should be
hurt?
married now.
I had tendonitis in my elbow and my shoulder.
Okay, so kind of like Cam.
I
in a
mean,
way.
I tore a
Not
ligament.
tendonitis,
He's
but-
not as bad
Yeah.
as mine, all right? You can
Yeah.
still play.
Yeah,
Get
but
the hell out of here.
yeah, but I didn't want to
Go
go
back
to
to playing.
rehab, all that. No, I ain't about that. But gaming wise, I took it serious since 19.
Okay.
So
What
like
are you now?
24.
Dang. I mean, I knew that. The audience did.
Hey, it's cool. It's cool. I know I'm an old ass. It's cool.
Old head.
Almost 25. I told myself I'd be married at 25 one time.
Yeah, me too. my mom had me at 25, and I'm over here. I don't even know what I want to eat for dinner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that.
Barely even knowing to wake up.
Dude, my sleep schedule is horrific.
You ain't got to tell me.
Shit, mine's gotten bad because of both of y'all.
I try to. I at least try to make him wake up. He just doesn't answer the phone. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it and I'll be like, I gotta go. I'm going back to bed.
They're like, I'll wake up. We'll go to sleep at like 4, and I'll still wake up like at 9 or 10.
I mean,
I'll call him. I don't know.
Those late Uno sessions, bro, they get to me.
And
You know
then
what I mean?
he wakes up like at 1:30. I'm like, you just finally woke up? Yeah.
It happens, you know. That's the lifestyle.
Every day?
Lifestyle of a
Every
gamer,
day,
bro.
lifestyle.
You know?
I mean, I'm a gamer, but I wake up at a decent time.
Same.
Yeah, but
that's just because I have to. Y'all have like those flexible bar schedules.
Yeah.
for real. I mean,
So-
in online school, always helps.
Yeah.
Well, so what game made you fall in love with games? Or what made you want to take gaming serious?
I fell in love with games probably. Well, I was like 8 years old, and I was blessed with like an Xbox off the rip, like original Xbox.
Okay.
Dude, Halo was it.
The original Halo?
Original Halo, but Halo 2.
Combat Evolved.
Halo 2 was the best Halo
Oh
ever.
my god. Yeah.
The campaign, dude, I could
You
play
take
that over.
Halo 2 over Halo 3?
Just a campaign, probably.
Campaign, yeah. I would
Yeah.
But
probably
just
do-
overall game-wise.
Not with matchmaking, no.
Yeah,
Matchmaking is unmatched in that game. All the ranking system, everything is
Yeah,
so
it's
good.
stupid.
But my dad, basically, I played with him one-on-one. He used to smash me all the time. I always tried to get better. And then once Halo 3 came out, I used to play with him again, and I started getting better and better. So Halo is what really, drive me. I think a lot of, professional esports players and all that come from the Halo
Yeah.
scene.
That's what I've seen
So-
lately. Yeah.
It's some, but now it's like obviously COD. COD is the new Halo for me.
Are you nasty?
Some might say, some might not.
Am I nasty?
Oh, absolutely.
Am I nastier than you?
No.
Ooh, that's tough, coach. One day.
So if I'm nasty and I'm nastier than you, then you're pretty nasty. You're just trying to be modest over here.
Yeah,
I understand.
gotta be humble.
I'm sure we can get a clip up of him doing some nasty.
I'm just a
stuff
sniper of the
somewhere.
team. That's all I do.
Hey,
I'm sure
yeah.
we can grab a clip from somewhere.
All clear, my down 15.
Specialist achieved.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that clip everyone thought was you.
Yeah.
I know.
Credit.
Yeah, they were like,
Hey,
they were
hey,
like, damn, Carlos.
Hey, that's him. That's
He's like
not me.
false
I give-
gas.
I give
Yeah.
you your credit.
No, but like, one of my best friends from back home, his name is Dylan. He got me like into GBs and all that stuff. So if Dylan's watching this, he knows he got me into COD and saw what we could become and all that stuff, and saw me progress throughout like BO3, Infinite Warfare. Like Infinite Warfare was probably my best game. It was like the peak. And then in the beginning of World War II, we were actually ahead of a lot of teams in World War II.
That game was ass.
It was,
Yeah,
dude.
I was so hyped for it, and
It was just so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I've said it in previous podcasts we've
Yeah.
done. I didn't play any of the jetpacks. I just wasn't a jetpacker. I didn't like it.
Me too.
I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could like you said, like you always say, if you weren't a jetpacker or if you weren't good at jetpacking, you weren't good at COD
Yeah.
because of the movement. I was
Absolutely.
able to do it. I just didn't like it. I just didn't enjoy it.
It didn't feel like. I mean, for my
That's what
experience,
it was. It just didn't feel like COD. I'm
It's
like, what is this?
like, why would I play this game when I can play another game that's futuristic?
Like,
Yeah. That's
what I
if
thought.
I'm gonna do something with jetpacks, I would play Halo 5 because
Yeah.
it's jetpacking. It's
Yeah.
not really jetpacking, but you have like
Yeah.
It's
Spartan
fast.
abilities
Yeah,
and
it's
it's fast.
fast.
Like, I would rather play that than the
Yeah.
actual jetpacking.
Yeah, but like with that, with you saying that, like you see in Halo, obviously, like the skill gap is so big because of the jetpack, the movement, and
Yeah.
the gun skill. Because you see the same teams top to bottom, they're always about the same, always
Yeah.
throughout the whole year. Now, like when you watch like Call of Duty and all that, you see different teams win different events because it's on the ground again. There's not a big skill gap. like with the movement in Call of Duty, especially with like AW was probably like the
That was
biggest skill.
crazy. Yeah.
With the thrust, like was the biggest skill gap in the game.
I
Like,
was pretty good at that too.
I was all right. I was good at
Some
SMD.
of the thrusting.
Oh, okay. You clown. I can't, dude. I already knew this was gonna be a clown
idiot.
show, bro. I already knew.
Fucking idiot. Wow.
But I mean, honestly, like I feel like for Call of Duty, like they're doing big things. Like obviously with the franchising, I feel like the AM community is benefiting a lot. A lot of them are like saying it sucks now, because like there's so many tournaments, these pro point things, yada yada yada. But they don't realize like back in the day, like when I was competing, like fully, like the money is there now for the AMs, which it used to not be. Like you used to have to go to locals after locals just to make a living. Now it's like, bro, you place top 16 in like any of these tournaments that are ran by like Call of Duty's franchising, you're making money. You can make a living, and like teams are like these organizations are picking up these AM teams, and they're making money. They're making a living, you know, living by themselves, playing something they love, and they just don't see it like that because they say the pros stay at the top, but now they're expanding, and I think franchising is a good thing, and franchising should go through all esports, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like, you're a fan of franchising. When they announced it, you're like, I like this, or when they first announced it, you're kind of skeptical about it.
I was definitely skeptical about it.
Me too.
It was just so different because with all these contracts, like and all these like legal things, everything's coming down to it. Teams not getting paid because like in their contract they have like a big contract, they're not making as much money as they should. Like org's taking a lot of their prize pool money and blah blah blah, all this stuff.
Yeah, that's what's all this behind the scenes of esports.
Wow, that's crazy. I actually didn't know they took their prize pool money. I thought.
Well, I knew that. I knew some orgs because Heck said a lot. When Optic was Optic, he would always say like, all the prize pool money goes to the players. He doesn't take any of it. Mm-hmm. And it was I think it was on a podcast actually, and he said some owners take like a percentage of that money.
That's crazy because it's not even to really make a lot of money. You have to be like top 16 probably, right? To make a lot of money in COD.
Like you're
Prize
talking
pool
about
wise?
like,
So, are you talking about pros or AMs?
Probably. Well, you played amateur, so.
But I know. But what are you talking about?
Okay, I'm gonna say like pros because just to digress.
No, top 16 doesn't make that much at
Okay.
all.
See that? Okay, so like to digress, Mortal Kombat pros, top 16, they're making the most money, but it's like a fighting game, so obviously the teams aren't that big. It's just one player, but like to put that into perspective, top 16 in COD aren't making that much money. So
what top 16 is what, like 5,000?
That's not even top 16 anymore. It's only
I know,
12.
but I'm just saying like top 16, like when it was
was
5,000.
So
right?
what's like to make a lot of money playing on the competitive scene? Like where do you need a place?
Top 3 in my opinion.
But to start making like life changing money, I would say top 3.
Well, the thing is now.
Well, now there's contracts involved. Before there wasn't.
Yeah,
there's salaries,
and
but like now everybody earns the same. I mean, obviously the better players get
because I was like
more
Scum
money,
probably makes the
but
most.
yeah, but
Actually, it's Zuma. Zuma
Really?
at first during World War II. The last time I looked, he was making stupid $20K a month.
now it's different.
That's
because of
insane.
the-
From salary?
Yeah, from FaZe.
Shit.
It's different because of the.
That's insane though. That's like without.
Whatever the hell, the franchise is different now.
That's-
Everybody started at what 50?
Well, yeah, you have to make if you're even on the bench. So now, like the same with the franchising, you can have up to 5 bench players. You have 5 starters, 5 bench.
Okay.
And everyone, no matter what, if you're riding the Pine, you're making $50,000 at
month?
least.
No,
like a year.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
like
what I'm
Brad
saying.
said, it's different now than it was back then. Like top 16 before the franchising made what? It was like 5,000, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
And you split that up between 5 or 4.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten big.
And that's probably why they streamed a lot more and did other.
And
things.
even then, like it's still hard in my opinion to stream. You'll know a little bit more because you got people like Formal, Scump, maybe Crim6. That people that's who they're gonna watch when it comes to Call of Duty.
Oh, absolutely. Same thing with Dashy.
Like
yeah,
they
Dashy.
like, for example, I don't know. We'll just say I don't know how many views Simp gets or if he even streams, but I mean, before Simp was Simp, they're gonna watch Scump over Simp, even though Simp was out here tearing it up.
No, absolutely.
So like it's still hard to even stream or even get money streaming just because
This is a
who
popularity.
they're gonna watch.
Yeah, popularity thing. On the
People
game.
used to just make money back then. Like you had to play money 8s just to make a living, even though you're a pro. Like I remember
that's why they play a lot of S&D tournaments and a lot of money 8s.
Now they really don't. Like the tournaments.
They can't
like
play money now.
Yeah, they can't play in like S&D
Pros
tournaments.
can't play money.
So it's a
now.
rule now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That I mean,
then that's helping the AM community, and
Yeah,
like all these AMs
definitely.
always find something to
complain about.
always. It's just crazy. I mean, like COD is, and it's not even just COD. Like a lot of these new franchising things, like Overwatch, all of them, it's getting so big, and like people just find little things that just to complain about, and it's just absurd because they are trying to make things better.
Yeah.
Because gaming, I mean, it's always going to be there. I mean, this generation, it's crazy. Everyone has a console or even a PC. I mean, look at Fortnite.
PC is gonna take over, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It,
It needs
and
to.
that's why I had to invest in one personally, because I know you guys both had one, and just besides the streaming fact.
I don't want to hear it.
What would you mean?
You've said time and time again, you're not gonna play any games on your PC. The only games you're gonna play is like WoW.
Well, yeah, but realistically, I'm shitting on people that play on PC with a controller. Them just better.
Well, yeah, because it's harder, but
Yeah, exactly.
PC
So,
is just overall it is way better.
yeah, well, because I mean, at the moment, yes, but I think to digress, I think like PlayStation and you don't think they're catching up?
No.
Apparently, but the technologies in these new consoles is supposed to be competing with PCs.
No.
That's what they say.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
it won't ever catch up.
they say it's like a mini PC in it.
It will never
but
catch up.
Yeah, I mean, like they're always gonna be ahead of time, honestly.
PCs are just they're the master race, honestly.
They really are.
They just
I
look
hate
dope.
to say
That's
it,
right, I
but
got it.
I just
Cosmetically.
Yeah, because we're console players and we don't
Yeah.
want to say it, but
They are.
in reality.
But
they are.
the skill is on the console at any besides like Fortnite. If you play like any other game on console,
I feel like it just kind of depends on the game. Because like the skill gap in PC is so wide, but the skill gap in Halo is so wide, the skill gap in Fortnite is so wide. Like it just kind of depends on the game.
Okay.
The skill gap in Call of Duty isn't big at all.
because Call of Duty is not a.
it's on the
what I'm
it's
saying.
back on the ground.
Call of Duty is
That's-
also just an easy.
I know,
game.
but I'm just
like
saying it
anyone
just
can
kinda
pick it up
depends on
and
the game.
like be decent.
Yeah, I mean, like to be honest with you, like I'll hop on, and if I play anyone like with a mouse and keyboard, I'm like, all right, it's whatever. Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fine.
It doesn't like intimidate you.
And then they always sit there and tell us that we have aim assist, all this, but like, dude, what? Like, you can
It's
literally
so much
swipe.
easier to just-
You could literally
Yeah.
swipe on anything, and it's crazy. But like, I don't know. Now I can just hop on and just it doesn't matter who I'm playing. Keyboard, no thumbs, whatever.
Ego or what?
Hey, it's whatever. I'm gonna ego chow. So.
But what's the most money you've ever won at a tournament or from a LAN tournament or an online tournament? And what's the highest you've ever placed?
Are you talking about like through? I've placed.
Just in general.
Okay, well, I've won a couple locals. From the locals, I think I don't know. Dylan can correct me on this, but I think as a team we won about like $800 from this one local. It was
divided before.
yeah, but then we played in like I don't know, little S&D tourneys after, made a little bit extra money on that. So I mean, like overall, like from that I made like 250, and then this was like pretty continuous. Like we would just go down there like every month, and it was just stacking it, dude. We wouldn't even drop a map. Like I used to have my old teammate Khalil, Lord knows, some of you guys know him. And then I would go down there with Dylan, and we had our buddy Lil Steez, dude. And an IW, it was just a wrap, dude. We would just clown for the most part. Like we would beat teams like 250 to like 30.
Yeah,
And like
you're telling me
Shit.
it's
it's just
when
crazy.
he was at tournaments, he wouldn't even he'll put his controller down and just like stand up and just talk.
Yeah, it was just like
Just get in
especially
there, like,
grand
I'm not
final.
even playing right now, and you're still losing.
Yeah, but that was one at Dallas. It was what did it say? IW Dallas. So what is that? 2016.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it was like the second or third round of winners, and we were just playing this team. They upset somebody, and they're like 100-something seed. I think we're like 48, 46, somewhere around there. We were about that throughout the whole year. And I don't know, this kid, we're just dogging this one team, and then all I remember is this kid got a 3-piece on towards the end, like third rotation on the beginning hill, and just said we are ass. And he's just like, you guys are ass. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, yo, you're down by 100. You're losing 200 to 80.
Yeah.
And you're talking all this noise. And then I looked at the end of the game. I went like I don't know, like 39 and like 21 with like a minute 45 in hill. I was just
That's
like,
insane.
oh, dude, I just can't. And then that same series, we had a couple of like 2v4s, like back to back, and I was in both of them. And I was just like, y'all ain't talking now. What's going on? You know? I just like talking shit.
For the normal gamers, for the normal audience, a lot of people don't know how hard it is to be a competitive Call of Duty player.
Oh, it's insane.
Can you give some insight on that? Like they from online and then going to like competitive, like just how much different it is. A lot of people really don't understand it because I was one of those. I was like, man, I can go. Like we used to run everything back in the day.
Me too.
Like I was like, I can go pro. Like and then like I would play. You put me on GBs, I'll play GBs with you, and I just get shitted.
And just even like playing the CDL with y'all for like the first couple times, I was like,
and then I was like, I'm like, man, like these guys are just so much better. And it's not. Well, I'll let you explain it. Go ahead.
I mean, the thing is, like, online is always going to be there. Like, internet is superior to anything.
Oh my god.
Where you live, who's pulling what from what line, what kind of internet you have, what someone has business, someone has a regular residential line, apartment line. Like, there's so many things that go into it. And the thing that's crazy is internet's getting better. So it's like someone's always going to be better just due to internet. I mean, you see teams like Dallas, for instance. Like Shotzi was supposed to be like a top 3 player in Call of Duty like this year, and when he plays the Huntsman, it's a wrap. Like that, he goes dub neg. I mean, he went one map like 8-32. Like that's absurd. You can't be doing that on a pro level. You know Shotzi, especially you know Shotzi from like the Halo scene. He was always an S&D star. It's I just don't understand like.
But what? But just by skill wise, like why is it so much harder to play like the competitive wise rather than online wise? Like people, like I said, I would used to run online and get top of the leaderboards every game. Like what is different from like why is this? People just don't realize how much harder it is to like do the comp side than just being regular online.
I mean, people are in the same boat, you know. Like they'll be doing the same thing. They're always on top. And then like there's just little mechanics in the game that you just got to figure out and you just got to like run with it. So like centering's huge, dude. Call of Duty, like I didn't know what the hell centering was.
I didn't either until you told me. Yeah. Like this was like 2 weeks ago. I mean, when they watch this video, it's gonna be like 5 months ago, maybe. I don't know when it's gonna go. But I was like, what do you mean by centering? What is centering? And I didn't know what that was.
It's just being like predictable, like you know. For instance, where you predict where someone is.
My dad called me. That's a
That's
a dad. What are you talking about?
Anyways.
Y'all are talking. My dad called me. It's a valid excuse.
But I don't know. It's like you just being very predictable, like in a predictable spots. Like there's always those spots in the map where people like hold like on rotations or like holding like when you plant a bomb, you can tell where the bomb's planted. You know where someone could possibly be. So it's just like centering. Like if you center your camera on somebody before, like you usually get a shot off before them, and usually 99% of the time everyone that's like within the AM scene, like I don't know, probably like the top 60 teams in the AM scene and the pros, they all have the same gunny. It's just
because that's what I was gonna say. I was like, when it comes to like comp, everybody shoots straight.
Absolutely.
Everybody
every
shoots
single
just
person.
as good as you.
Every single
like
person.
They don't miss just like you.
Yeah.
But it's like the centering that makes them different. Holding the angles that makes them different. The timing that makes them different.
Yep.
Playing as the team that makes them different. Like the switch baiting. That
team shotting.
It's
and a lot of people don't really know like that or that side of Call of Duty. Because I was just trying to tell him, I was like, bro, it's so much harder. Like when he wasn't like wasn't playing like comp. Like I would be playing with you. I'm like, bro, like it's so much harder.
And I was even telling him just because I used to play Call of Duty with Carlos all the time, and I used to just always just shit on kids, and he'd be in the lobbies with us, and like he could speak for existence. Like I've always been one of those people that were just a lot better at search, but I was like still good at Call of Duty. But like search, I would like just go crazy. And then playing like S&D, GB search or CDL search is just a lot different. Knowing how to rush bombs, so I was like playing on what's it, Hackney Yard or no Gunrunner. You got to like nade B to like slow down timing just to get the bomb down. Like this stuff like that I didn't even know until I started playing with y'all. So
that goes for a lot of games too. I mean, like CS:GO is a big one on that. I mean, like there's like certain mollies you have to throw, certain smokes, all this stuff to like hold them off, and then like it's just crazy, like how someone could be so good at a game. And like the thing is, like it makes you want to get better too.
Yeah.
A lot of people,
definitely.
like especially like when me and IW, I had no idea like what competing was. My first event was Vegas that year. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what pro points were. We just went just to go, and we ended up beating 2 teams there, which was
I guess
surprising.
while we're on that topic, that's kind of what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't know what pro points are. Like I really still don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of told me it just has to go with like seeding or whatever. But we're not going for fun, but we're going for fun, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you're going for the pro points. You're taking it. You just want the pro points. You're not taking it as serious as you would if you were on an actual team. But I'm kind of taking it serious just because I want to see where I stack up against other people.
That and just knowing if this is something we want to do, like future wise, like how we stack up, like you said, and just for Austin.
I mean, like I
just
told
helping
him, I told him I want a team with him next year. He said, "Fuck you."
Hey, no, man. It's for me. It's like especially that first round. It's a 50 or a bust for me. If I don't drop 50 on that hard point,
Gee, you're going. Sky's the limit.
yeah, bro. If I don't go like 50 and like 19 on a Hackney, I'm gonna be kind of upset.
too.
Well, I mean, you are running the main AR, so I don't think you'll be doing that.
But yeah, I know you're right. Maybe Cave. Cave's a different
Okay.
story.
Yeah, that map is
I
nice.
think you and I both might be.
Yeah,
pretty high.
I
'Cause
just
love
don't.
cave. I love it. A hard point cave.
Yeah, I just don't. That map I just don't miss, especially with that AR. But
And that's another thing. Just main ARing. Like you said the main AR is the hardest to run.
It's
because
the
there's
hardest
just so
position.
much stuff that you have to know and have to learn.
oh,
And like,
absolutely.
people really don't know that.
Exactly. Like obviously, like playing with you guys, it's gonna be like something like it takes so much time to teach, and with only like 3 weeks left, it's like it's
You gotta
something
run.
I kind of know how to run and what to do. Like obviously, like taking a sub out of my hands is not ideal, but
Yeah.
it would just make more sense because I can just have you guys
Yeah.
just run around like idiots,
Yeah.
and get some kills, and I'll just sit there in the power positions just in case you guys die or in hills, and we'll have the spawns and all that. That's
Yeah.
it's just one of the most IQ positions in Call of Duty,
But
and it's overlooked.
Luckily for you, had you been playing longer, and I got into the competitive scene late, you can watch Formal, you can watch Artises, you can watch pretty much like any main AR and like.
Doesn't Karim run or no?
I mean, I don't watch Crim anyways.
Yeah,
That's just I just did our names
yeah.
out
But
there.
you can watch them, and you can just pick up like what they're doing, what they're holding, and like in 3 weeks' time, just learn off that. That you can learn quick off that.
Yeah.
And
honestly, if like me running an AR, I think the most when he streams, it's very helpful. It's Mox. The way Mox plays is the way I want. Like I typically play my AR, honestly. So, like when I watch him play, like that's literally who I learned from. Like you got like Formal, he's just like something. He's like crazy and all that. Like Mox is just like one of them like turret dudes who just sit there. I mean, Octane, good example.
Yeah,
Octane,
Octane. Yeah.
Like I mean, Octane's literally a top 5 guy in the game, but like his team is just so bad.
the players aren't even bad.
What team is Octane on?
Seattle.
Oh yeah, with Karma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the players aren't even bad. They just
Yeah.
don't mesh together.
It's just like I mean, you can't throw. You literally
they have
have.
like 3 ARs.
Yeah, it's
Is
not
it
even.
Karma AR as well?
He can run both.
He
Yeah,
can run
exactly,
both, but I
but
feel like he's main AR.
Mainly AR. Yeah.
I mean, you can't have Karma, Apathy, Enable, Octane, and
Enable. Yeah.
I forgot who else they got. But you literally have. Oh, the JCap? No.
No, JCap's on Optic.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. But you can't have 5 guys like. Well, I guess aside from Octane, you can't have 4 guys who are just wicked smart at the game, and they're like always 2 steps ahead, but they just don't have the gunny. They like, for instance, Karma is the perfect example. The most decorated COD player there is. Got 3 rings. Damon Barlow 3 ring, right over here. He's always had like those guys who could take over, and like he just keeps them in line.
Like Scump,
Yeah.
Yeah, Dash.
Yeah.
Dashy, Playster,
Yeah, Formal.
Nate Shot. No, did he win Nate Shot? No, he didn't.
No, he took Nate Shot's spot.
Spot, yeah.
After.
But yeah, exactly. Like Scump was like a top 5 talent in AW, even top 3. Honestly, I think the best in that game was probably Zuma. Honestly, that's where Zuma came up, and he was a dog. But like he can take those guys and make them better. And it's just crazy because like all his IQ, his knowledge on like Call of Duty itself he just takes over and like he just makes the smartest plays, and that's why he sets himself up, especially like if they need 2 kills in a hill. Like he knows how to play like timing, he knows how to wait, he knows when to challenge, he knows when not to challenge, and like waits for his teammates. Like he just knows it all, and it's like I don't even know, he just does it. It's just absurd. But when you have players like that, all of them, like apathy can hit that form and go, but Enable, same thing, but he's just he's on the bench right now.
Yeah.
So
So
another thing I was gonna say about being the online like top player, like at this point, it doesn't even come to like you slaying out the field. It's a whole team.
Yeah.
Like you have to work as a team, or else you're just.
Because we were talking about that like recent games, just people playing for kills, like dudes dropping 50, but their team, we're still beating them.
Yeah.
And he's just
Just playing for
outslaying.
kills,
He's just playing for kills.
And like they think they're good, but they're still at the old hill, like just
Yeah.
killing us off rotations or something.
and just saying his team sucks because
Yeah.
he dropped 50. Like
Yeah.
we got to win when I drop 50. I mean,
you already did that. We lost.
yeah.
Yeah, but we were actually playing the game. That's what made it feel bad.
I mean, he dropped 50 and I dropped like 30.
I had like a low 20s.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
50 and we lost.
Yeah, I mean, one of my good buddies, Ox. I mean, like we had to play this cave, and I remember we were playing with like 3 randoms, and like, dude, these guys were running like guns that you wouldn't even think, like an MP7 and like stuff like that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
with the sight on it. And you're sitting there, we're like, oh, dude, we actually got to take over this game, and we dropped a combined 110 kills with like probably about 2-something minutes combined. Just to get barely win. We won 250 to like 240, and it's like we had to drop 110 kills.
That's
I mean,
insane.
shit, I remember that one time. It wasn't on CDL, it was just regular pub, but you dropped like 100 and
Oh, it was on
111.
Shoot House, right?
Yeah, it was on Shoot House.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
111.
We
like,
lost,
It
yeah.
was a
Yeah.
hard point, and we lost.
I don't know how we lost.
Because of me. It's because when I had the.
'Cause I had a
my
lot of
internet's
kills.
still bad now.
I had a lot of
The
kills
internet
that
I
game
had
too.
before that was way worse.
Because I was
And
like, I at least had like
I couldn't do
60.
anything.
At least had like 60.
I was playing on TV and I was playing on horrible internet. I just couldn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
it happens, but like it's like that too, and that's the only thing that makes me mad is like I can do stuff like that, and then like I get like in the like people will just shoot my body, or they'll comment and be like, "Hey, fishy kill cams," It's like, dude,
Yeah.
like I just know the game, like I know like
Yeah.
everything. It's
Shoot my body.
I'm at the point where I'm getting my body shot now too.
yeah, and I just to be honest,
It's
like
kind of annoying. I'm just
it-
like, bro, you're not good. Stop shooting my body.
yeah, when I'm
yeah.
in
Because
Void-
like when you're good,
Yeah,
like us,
you don't
you don't
there's
shoot
no point.
bodies just
Yeah.
because like you're good.
The only reason
Yeah.
I ever do it back is just because like I get pissed fast.
I do it back,
even if
they
it's
do
just
it
a
to me.
game.
Yeah,
Like if they do it to
absolutely.
me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot them back.
Or if I just absolutely just like obliterate some kid, like turn on him or whatever, like
Okay, then I
one
might
shots
do
me,
it
I
too.
might shoot his body.
Yeah,
I might
if
be a
like,
little
turn on a
toxic.
kid,
Yeah, I
then
might
I'm
be a little
probably gonna
toxic.
shoot his body too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just to me now. It's like unless I'm like really pissed and I get irritated like at something or like the game, like I just take it as a compliment. Honestly, I'm like, okay, this kid has
Like when
fishy
he
kill
killed that
cams.
dude last game we played, and I could hear the gun from across the map because he unloaded the whole. I was like, just started.
Oh
cracking
yeah,
up.
dude, I was so mad. This kid was shooting my body for no reason, and then I was just like, all right, did we just beat these kids? I'm just gonna,
Yeah,
a little extra
dope.
love, Can't hurt nobody.
Outside of Call of Duty, what are your plans for the future, and like what are you doing now besides like outside of Call of Duty and like esports and stuff like that? Like what's your plans?
Well, later this month, I put my application to UT
Nice,
for computer
dope.
science.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Almost do that shit
Oh,
up.
I got a picture of you throwing this. I'll put that up
we
too.
might need that.
Boomer.
We might need that. Nah, so obviously,
Good luck to you. Hope you.
Hey,
Yeah, I hope you get in.
fingers crossed, man. I'll,
Yeah.
You got like a what 4.0?
Nah,
Dean's
3.8.
list.
I wish I have a
Summa
3.8.
cum laude.
No, it's tough. But basically this summer, like Carlos and I are going to Jacksonville, North Carolina. So if anyone sees us there, but we're gonna go there.
I'll be on the beach fishing.
Dude, I can't wait to fish.
I can't wait to fish.
Shit, I'm coming. Y'all deep sea fishing?
I mean, we gotta get a
I'll
boat.
try.
Yeah,
I
if
mean,
y'all-
you don't have to get a boat.
If y'all
Just pay
deep sea
somebody.
fish, I'm
Like,
coming, bro.
You just pay. Like,
I want
you just
to.
pay the captain. Like there's different stuff. Like
Yeah. But we're gonna be
yeah.
installing home security systems. Doing that, programming them, and stuff like that. So it's good on my resume. So like, I'm not. That's
What do you
why.
want to school for?
Who me?
Yeah.
Computer science.
Okay.
So it makes sense. So that's why I'm holding off on my application, just because I want to put that on there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, like once we come back, I mean, we're gonna obviously get a house, So
Yeah, that's the
and
plan.
It's gonna
Frat
be
house?
something else.
No, not frat.
No.
Not fratty, but
I
it's gonna
can't-
be.
I can't wait.
Ah,
It's gonna be
man, I
fucking
can't-
lit.
That's literally what we talk about.
It's
All
gonna be
day. I
lit.
can't wait to move in with y'all. I can't wait to move in with y'all. We're gonna get a snake. We're gonna get a tarantula. Austin's gonna get a scorpion.
I'm not getting a scorpion, dude.
Listen, dude, you have to do it.
It's gonna be lit. Just
I mean, we might be.
I don't know.
It might be animal abuse, but I just kind of want to put them in the same tanks. Who's gonna win in a fight?
Pete gonna flag this video now.
Yeah, for
Hate
real.
it, whatever this shit's called.
We don't have them.
Yeah.
Calm down.
I just can't wait. I mean, it's gonna be like great content. I feel like
The
all
vibe
this-
of the house in general.
Yeah, it's just be very
it's
good.
gonna be dope. I mean, especially just we all are very similar. Like we like good music. We all play games.
We're all
We're the type.
ugly.
We're I don't know about all that, but
Yeah, we like going out.
and just like I
Let's go
don't know. We just
Yeah.
have a good time. I mean,
going out, I'm ugly.
I'm gonna get y'all guys swole and show y'all the car scene a
Yeah.
little bit. When
I hope so.
so.
You got,
That's gonna be
Hey,
fun
like
too.
Kodak.
you got Plank over here.
Hey, chill out.
But that's easy. I'll get both of y'all swole real fast.
It's me. It's my metabolism, dog. I just.
I want to see Austin swole. It look weird.
well,
Yeah, I don't think like. I feel like I don't.
well, you're
like,
tall
it's
though,
well.
so I feel like you can like
I just feel like you'll look weird with muscles.
Yeah.
really. I don't know. We just got to see what happens.
I don't want to get like. I want to be skinny still, but like.
Yeah. Kinda
like,
like-
you just want to
kinda
like
like
put
Sensor?
on, just like get your arms a little bigger, your back and stuff, chest. Like
Censor, bro.
yeah.
That man's a dog though. Hey, he was. Those females. Oof.
'Cause you
Censor.
didn't-
Yeah, dude.
Dude, he's always tweeting some dumb shit. I think on Twitter, like he's always tweeting some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I never see his tweets.
I don't follow him either, but I see him pop up.
I don't know.
Bro, his ex-girlfriend.
The Mexicana.
Oh
It
my
ain't
god.
Ken, so-
Bro, Ken's. One day, you know. Sorry, Scump. Someone's gonna have to do it.
yeah, I need me a Cindy Mahler.
You're a fool. Anyways, going back to what we're moving in together. What else you got going on?
I'm gonna get back into streaming. That's gonna be a big thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I think
A high quality content. You're not playing like Uno and like.
we
Monopoly.
haven't. Don't say anything. We haven't said anything yet. We haven't revealed it yet. So
Yeah, we got something coming up that's gonna be fire.
keep it on
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
just keep it on.
Me
the-
personally, I'm just gonna start streaming again. You know. That's,
Yeah,
That's
me
me.
too. Yeah, I mean, when we're not in the house together and like someone's got a different schedule, obviously
I'm still gonna stream.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no matter what.
I'm always gonna tell
But-
y'all to stream if we're not all together. Like, stream for yourself, and
Yeah.
then when we're together, we'll figure that out when we're all together. So
I plan on taking everyone's money and like wagers in Warzone. You know, once that drops.
yeah, I can't wait to that.
Waiting
I
for
should have
that.
took your wagers.
It was supposed to drop like March 10th,
right?
right? March 10th, right?
March. I don't.
You
Yeah, it
never
should
know.
be. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
It's
dude.
supposed
It's
to- I
6
don't know.
months.
Fucking
6 months
six.
in, the game's like already halfway dead, and they still don't have a battle.
And
royale.
I even told him, like, because I was like, I get bored with Call of Duty fast. It's so repetitive. And I was telling him the only reason I got back on is because of CDL. Because you told me, like, oh, let's play CDL and like GBs and stuff. And I was like, okay, it's different from pubs. It's a different competitive scene. So let me start playing that. And then eventually, like, if you're not competing, like, it's going to get dead. So that Warzone, like, I'm going to need it soon.
I
Personally.
just like this one because they're constantly updated. Granted, it might not be what we want, but at least it's a constant update. It's not this.
So
just
it's some ever changing stuff, like
Yeah.
the maps they've
The
been adding,
1v1.
the 1v1. Yeah, I was shitting on kids the other day.
2v2 tournaments, stuff like that. Like
yeah.
infected.
Yeah, Black Ops is dropping the next COD though, so I'm gonna be excited for that. They know they're skipping because
No, there's not going to be a. I don't know if there's going to be a Call of Duty for in November or October.
Yeah, they said. Well, the rumor is that they might not have enough time to drop it because they've cut out. Who is it? Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer,
They
yeah.
cut Sledgehammer out. So the rumor is that they might not be able to drop it. So I was texting him one time and I was like, "Word on the street is Modern Warfare 2 is going to be the next COD. Remaster is going to be the next COD to get us through for the next."
So what happens at that point in competitive wise? Is it going to be something like Halo? Or
I feel like they
Gears?
play
They-
I feel like they'll play Modern Warfare 2 low key.
they
don't think so.
they literally just take breaks. Honestly,
You think they'll take a year-long break?
I mean like
Not after franchising though.
No,
That's what
I mean,
That's
like-
what I'm saying. What game are they going to play? Is what I'm asking.
Like-
I don't think they're going to play Modern Warfare 2.
why not?
they're
There was not a big competitive scene back
There-
then, so why would they do it now? The competitive scene didn't really get that big, kind of. Like, Black Ops 1 was all right, but, like, Black Ops 2 is really when they
I
got
just can't see them playing
popping.
it.
I honestly, if I had to pick another, it'd be Modern Warfare. It'd still be Modern Warfare. Like they'll take another season of it. It probably won't be as big, like prize pool money wise, but it's just like Gears, Halo.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be like years and
But, like,
Yeah.
Halo has died off. Like, I don't even know what they're playing now. I checked last time, and, like, there's tournaments that they're playing Halo Reach, and then they're playing the MCC games, and then they're playing, like, Halo 5, and that's, like, I don't know. I think it's just hard when you have a game like Call of Duty with franchising now. Like, they have to make a game every year.
Yeah.
Because it just gets boring to the consumer.
Yeah.
So
Well, I was going to ask you some other questions, but I guess we can just have this podcast all about gaming.
I mean, it
That's
was
what you
good
are.
to me.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not done. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I can't go back and like ask them like, oh, what high school did you go to? And baseball questions.
Okay,
like it'll just kind of
yeah,
drift
yeah.
off into another direction.
Yeah,
You know?
and it's already kind of
All right,
long.
what baseball
I mean,
questions you want? Don't
Well,
let
just
me.
like, just in
it can be
general, like,
brief. Like,
yeah, like
what-
what position did you play? Because you said like you mentioned that you played baseball. Like, did
Yeah.
you go to college for baseball? What position did you play? Where'd you play at? What high school did you go? Like stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I played at Dunedin, which is my hometown in Florida. Our baseball team is like pretty known, like around for baseball. We played at the Blue Jays like spring training facility, and we played at their stadium. Like we didn't have like a baseball field, but like we would pay like a lot of money. Like you had to have like over $1,000 every year to play on this team, and like you either raised it through fundraisers or car washes, all this stuff. So I mean, it was pretty big. Like, and we didn't have like what you guys have here. You know, like JV. Freshman teams,
Yeah.
freshman 2, whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have, I don't know, stuff like that.
Like Travis got 3 freshman teams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you got schools like this. For me, it was like,
If you make the third freshman team, you just stop.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
if you're on a freshman team, just don't.
Yeah, I agree. The third team because they don't even
Even
play
the second
games.
team, just no.
I don't even know what
If you can't
that
make
is.
The first freshman team. Like,
see, it was either varsity or bust. Like, you made it or didn't. That was it for baseball.
Wow.
Like, football, it was like, you had JV,
so how many
basketball,
players did you have
JV,
on the roster?
25.
Sheesh.
How many did y'all have at Pflugerville?
25, but we had like there's just set varsity 25. Like there's no JV, there's no freshman, so they're just set 25.
Oh, so that's it.
Out of if
Yeah.
say 100 people try out, only 25
Wow,
will make it.
that's crazy.
Like the
So, like, a lot of
26th person
time-
could be as good as the 25th person, but the 25th person gonna have that experience.
So let me ask you a follow-up question. So if there's people that are like they're really talented but they're freshmen, are they gonna get picked over someone that's a little less talented or equally as talented if they're older, like a junior or senior?
It's basically like recruiting, you know.
Okay.
It's just like, okay, you're younger, I'm gonna take you over, you know. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, there's this freshman at 4-year starter at our school, which is typically unheard of. Trevor Jensen, one of my best friends, he played at Tulane. He freshman, you know, like dog, like
Yeah.
and he just came up, worked his way up. As he was 14 years old, and this man, we're playing Lance McCullers, Jose Fernandez, all these
R.I.P.
dudes. Yeah, I know. R.I.P.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he's out here dogging, you know, doing his thing. Like, so I feel like once they see like the little talent in you, especially at a young age, they'll get on that little hype train and, you know, go
Yeah.
forward with you.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Like, what our program was good at, like Hilbert, that was our coach. He like was development. Like, he was like, okay, so we're not gonna win now. Like, okay, I'm gonna like have this sophomore who's gonna start over the senior.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. People just didn't realize that. But like the only thing wrong with us as a team, like we were very good. Like I think my winning percentage from sophomore year to senior year was 91%.
Wow. that's
So we won
insane.
91% of our games. Was basically from, I don't know. It's just like we would pitch, like we used to go with our starter. You know, our starter
Yeah.
gets rocked. He keeps him in. We go through like maybe 2 or 3 pitchers if a game at
Yeah.
most, and that was just always our downfall. And he would just leave him in too long, and always kill us. I mean, like there's so many talented like pitchers on our team that
Were you one of them?
I wasn't that great. No, honestly, I was all right. I was just like, you know, one of those skinny kids who can just throw.
Yeah.
I wasn't going on the team as a pitcher. I didn't pitch until I got to high school.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
That's actually weird.
Yeah.
So I was throwing from the outfield when I went to my freshman year. I didn't even go to tryouts. So I was like, dude, I'm not gonna make it because like we were like ranked in the nation, stuff like that. So I sophomore year, like I went as
What
like
competitive
outfield.
nature you have?
I know, dude. That's just what
That
I
was
love.
when he's young though, you know?
Yeah, it's just like, so I still played like select. I was still young, so I was only 14. So I still played like select and
Yeah.
AAU and stuff like that. But like I went as an outfielder, and then Hilbert, we had like 2-day tryouts. It was like, he was my gym teacher. He's like, you should come to the pen. I was just like, he's like, you'll see more time if you pitch, honestly. He's like,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm probably going to go with you. And I was like, okay. So I went in the pen. I threw a pin, and like, dude, I was like spotting like everything. I was just throwing. He's just like, obviously you don't pitch, right? And I'm like, no. So he's like, what, fastball changeup? I was like, okay, fine. So like, I'm over here.
Wait, you threw a fastball changeup?
I mean, like, I didn't know how to like throw anything else really. Like, I could throw like a curveball, but it was just like one of those like, you know,
Dialed
like
in.
you could
Yeah.
you could see him throwing it.
yeah.
You know.
I would honestly say he probably just threw fastball.
Yeah, I mean,
Changeup's the hardest pitch to learn. Not many people in high school throw. They throw
Like
they
a
throw
true
a
changeup?
changeup. They throw a changeup, but
It's not true.
to perfect that pitch is the hardest pitch to perfect.
yeah,
It's
that's my best pitch.
Isn't it-
Honestly,
But it's like off speed though, right?
Yeah, it's just hard. I can't explain it. It's the hardest pitch to perfect. It's the hardest pitch to
Yeah.
throw. A lot of people don't throw a changeup. They throw like fastball, slider, curve.
yeah,
two-seam.
that was my best pitch though. I could throw a changeup 3-0 like that. That's like one of the pitches I could spot on because I had this guy who was played for the Blue Jays, the Cardinals. He was in AA. Come out to like my AAU stuff and like come help us out. And he taught all of us how to throw a changeup, and it was like a 4-seam change, and I would like throw it like with that, like basically.
That's what I threw. I threw circle.
You threw circle,
It's
so
just-
it was
it's
a
just so
two-seam.
hard. It's just a hard pitch to learn.
Was it like a 2-seam? It like fell off. Okay, that's what I
Well,
figured.
No, mine it fell off to what side?
For
Like,
us,
for-
it would go into a lefty.
Yes.
Okay, so it fell off. Yeah, that's what I figured. I threw a 4-seam change, so like mine would buckle more than it would like fall off.
Yeah.
But like I used to think I could change up. You just hold the ball like this, you know, like and just throw it, and like it would just.
Well, you
do its
can,
thing.
but that'd be more of a palm ball than a change.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I was young, so you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Dude, it was nice. I was like, I think I could pitch, so I ended up pitching, which I loved. Like to be honest, like I was like, damn, pitching is like it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the toughest thing in baseball is to pitch.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Hitting's harder.
Mm-mm.
Catching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, catching, yeah, I guess, but
I think it's the hardest position in baseball is catching.
it's just you gotta be like a leader.
You gotta
like,
be elite.
Yeah, you gotta like
You gotta
literally.
be the tank of the team.
Yeah, you literally like the call
Like
player.
you have to have chemistry with every single person on the team.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. But I mean, like you got to think like pitching. It's like there's so many pitchers, so it's like,
Yeah.
can you imagine like you coming in the World Series, you know, game 7, you know, and you got bases loaded, you know, 2 outs, and they
the
need
confidence of that catcher to call that pitch.
you. Well, I'm saying like as a pitcher, bro.
And I'm saying as a catcher.
Okay, can you? It's just like. I don't know, like you being a rookie, like for instance, like Lance McCullers is a good person because like obviously they're in the postseason consistently. So it's just like, I mean, I could talk about Glasnow right now too. So it's like, I mean, like it's just like you gotta have little ice to do what you do, and you gotta be literally spot on because you could get ripped off the get go. Like once that one person gets that hit, it's
Yeah.
just like that, and. It's just like you yourself have to calm down, you know, figure out what's going on. Like you're in control of the whole game. You control everything. Everyone watching you, how fast this game is played, everything. So I feel like it's more of like an ice thing, you know. It's definitely difficult.
How much time we got left?
No, he's talking to me.
I know, but how much time we got left?
You're at about 44 minutes.
No, but like
There's probably like 15.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Sorry, because there was another question I wanted to ask, and it went back to gaming. That's why I didn't want to bring up baseball.
Okay. I mean, hey, throw it at me. What's going on?
It was mainly just a question of why do a lot of people see gaming as like a waste of time or not a good thing?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah, like,
They
like
just-
from us, just because of us gamer standpoints, we see it differently than like people who are like non-gamers or like just avid gamers. Like
Yeah.
why do they see it like as a waste of time or as like gaming
'Cause
like
we're-
ruins your brain?
We're not
or,
casual
like, stuff like
at
that.
all. We're definitely not casual.
Honestly,
So-
most of the time it's people who
Like-
everyone has picked up a controller in their life. Some just get shit on, and it's not fun for them. You know, I feel like that's a point.
Be better.
Yeah, exactly. That's my model 2020. Just be better, and it's something like you have fun with. You know, like for instance, sports. It's like I'm gonna bring up sports again, but I used to bowl. Like when I first got hurt in baseball,
Bowling is nice.
bro, I used to be
did
an
not know
athlete.
that.
Hey, I'm the youngest person.
PBA?
Yeah, I'm the youngest person in the city of Austin to win that city tournament.
For real? What? How old were you when you won that?
19.
Wow, that's actually. I did not know that.
Yeah, bro.
That's
I used to
interesting.
bowl. I used to,
CP3
dude. Hey,
show.
I probably won more money than bowling than I've won in COD.
We need to go to Punch Bowl Social then. That's what it sounds like.
I won.
You just want to drink.
No.
You just want. You
No.
could have said a bowling alley. You just want to say bunch bowl so you could drink.
That's a domain.
I've won $4,000 and 1 weekend bowling.
What?
And I came in second.
Why didn't you just keep doing that? I mean, this is a real general question.
Well, I guess it could fall under how I was. Like, I didn't want to play football because I didn't love it. I wanted to play baseball because I loved it. I mean, that could be. I don't know if that's the same for you. You want to play because you loved it.
I was in between both.
But I feel like you love that to a certain extent. Like, you love football to a certain extent. To be as good as you are and to be as dominant as you are at that sport, you love it to a certain extent.
Yeah, but you can have more love for something else and want to do that instead of
agree.
Is that how it was for you? Like, did you love playing games more than you love bowling?
Not really at the time. It was more like I started working at Topgolf too, and like I used to work at a bowling alley.
Everybody's life.
For real. And then
shout out to the golfers.
Yeah, for real. That's where the money is.
For real.
So basically, I was just like stuck in between, and like obviously, with me working at a bowling alley, I used to get like 3 free games a day. Yeah. So, but like usually my managers would just throw in a lane, and I could just bowl as much as I want. I could like throw certain pins down, practice stuff, and like it was right before I moved here. I started bowling, and my average was like a 150. Like, I had a buddy from my baseball team in high school that loved to bowl, so I picked it up with him. And obviously, because I was hurt, I was kind of like depressed. Yeah. I didn't know what to do. Obviously, like baseball was pretty much it for me.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, and then I picked up the bowling ball and started. Like, I had a 152 average, and then I ended the year I won the city tournament. I had a 208 average, and that was within a year. So basically, in bowling, there's this thing called handicap. Yeah. It's 90% of 220 usually, which means like they average from basically bowlers from 220, right? An average bowler 220, and my average was a 151 before, right? So you subtract whatever that was, it was like 69 pins. So I get 90% of 69 pins, which was like, I don't know, like 55. But I was getting, obviously my thing kept going up, like my average.
Just getting better.
So basically, I would bowl like
damn near 300.
Yeah, I bowl like a 233, but I get 50 pins a handicap. So it's like I basically bowled a 283.
Wow.
So it's like I used to do that, and I used to do like these things called eliminators, which are little brackets, and I would bowl in those. So basically, I won the city tournament with the handicap. I didn't bowl in the scratch bowlers, which is like no like handicap and all that. But I bowled in the one with that. I didn't win that much money, honestly, and it took like 3 months for me to get my money from PBA. I was so pissed. Wow. And I was about to go back to school for baseball, and I made all that money, and like I had pictures and stuff like that. So the coach I was talking to go, like, well, one of them, like Blinn, was over here, so I was gonna go to Blinn and try to play a ball there. But
this like fell off from the original question I even asked.
No, I'm sorry, but it's just something that it happened.
I know, yeah. The original question, I was like, what the hell? Yeah.
The original question I asked you was like, why do people like say gaming is a waste of time? Why do people not like gaming? Like, why do they diss playing video games?
I thought we were talking about like half and half. Like,
no, because it was just the way that we just
drifted
off. Yeah.
Okay.
My fault. I should have.
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
But like, why do like everyday people, I guess you could say, or like people who don't game like what we do, why do like we don't see it as a waste of time? We don't see it as it being non-productive or being lazy or like.
Yeah. Okay.
We see it as a sport. Mm-hmm. Like, why do you think they think otherwise?
I really think it's just like a hobby type thing. Honestly, it's like. I mean, people have so much they do. Like there's 24 hours in a day. You sleep 8 hours. You go to school, work.
You sleep 12.
Some people do. Me, I'm different. I'm built different.
Yeah, there you go.
You sleep 12.
Yeah. But basically, okay, even if I sleep 12 hours, all right, I go to work or school for 8 hours, right? That's 20 hours. Okay, so I have 4 hours of downtime, And people like do different things. People go lift, People play sports still, like they keep it up, like men's leagues.
Some people say it's unhealthy,
but it's the same.
But what is different from us playing 4 to 8 hours of video games a day and then sitting on the couch watching 48 hours of Netflix a day?
It's the same thing.
Like but they won't say that's unhealthy.
Well, it's because gaming is so negatively viewed. Most people think of gamers as like fat, sloppy. Like I'm not calling anyone out. Just like fat, like sloppy, like just nasty looking people that just like like gross.
They have like that white beater on.
Yeah, like Cheeto stains. Just like gross.
Like, nah.
You be quiet, cameraman.
And then like you look at people in the esport, like industry or just like people that are good at video games, like I always tell people all the time, they were like, oh, you play games and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm good. Like when I was playing football, and they'd be like, oh, you're not good like that. And then I'd play with them and be like, wow, what the hell? Like you do not look like a gamer. So like when it comes to gaming, I think they personally just think we look like a certain way and we act a certain way, but it's completely false.
Like a lot of gamers are skinny as hell.
Yeah,
they look like you.
And it's just like what's crazy is they're just it's just like you say, it's the same thing. Like you can waste hours of your day watching all these series on Netflix, Hulu, whatever have you.
But they won't say that's unhealthy.
It's just a narrative. It's just a negative.
It's
just a negative narrative, and it's not going to get changed
because people are quick to watch like Stranger Things in one day, and that's an hour. That's 8 hours every day.
Yeah, it's the
like,
same.
Oh my God, did you watch
thing.
it? Did you watch it? Would you watch it?
It's the same thing as playing games
for 8 hours. You're wasting your time. That's unproductive. You didn't do anything today.
I'm telling you, it's just because gaming has always been looked at as negative. Like esports should really, like if we're going to be honest, like esports has always been around for a while, probably like 10 years. But realistically, it didn't start getting popping until like the last 3 to 4 years. Is really when it started getting mainstream. Like now you have people that I've never even heard of talking about computers, like talking about building PCs or just playing games or getting into gaming or streaming or watching Twitch. To digress, talking about like Fortnite and stuff. I think personally we need to thank Fortnite as gamers because that game helps gaming get more mainstream.
Yeah,
because like now everyone, because it was free and everyone could pick it up and like learn it and play it, and it was, you have people like Drake, Travis playing with someone like Ninja. So the average person sees these celebrities that are rappers or whatever they're doing playing with a gamer, like, oh, can't be that bad if they're doing it. So more collabs like that need to happen to make it more mainstream, like ESPN, and because ESPN has like power rankings now for COD. If you can go like look at the list, they have like power rankings for COD. People seeing that. Fanatics having the esports store.
People just don't want to call it a sport.
Yeah,
and I mean it's not a sport, but it is.
Depends how you look at a sport though.
Yeah,
because they put the same amount of time.
No, definitely
time of effort as you do in a sport.
It's just not. Because this is not physical. That's what it is. Yeah, but it's. I mean,
it doesn't necessarily.
I'm gonna argue it's.
What's the definition of a sport? Look it up.
All right, I actually do not know that, so that's interesting.
What's the definition?
I got all these damn texts.
Must be nice.
Yeah, no, my phone is.
Man, are you serious? I should have been charging my shit the whole time. Dude, hold on, I need to charge my shit. You're fucking using my charger, Holto boy.
An activity involving physical, I guess it is physical.
So so technically it's not a sport.
Damn it!
So what is esport? What does the E mean in esport?
Entertainment.
Okay, let me just.
Entertainment.
Okay, so we were gonna
two.
compare gaming to something. Like, what would you compare it to, esport wise? What would y'all compare that to?
So then you can't say. Can you even say bowling's a sport then?
Yes.
Because it is physical activity.
Because you're actually like doing it. You know, like gaming. Like you're just moving a controller in people's mind or whatever, your mouse, whatever. You're just doing that, and it's a virtual. Like I said, gaming is not going to continue. It's the only way it gets bigger is if more people like Ninja keep elevating it and making it a known thing. That's the only way it's going to get bigger because it's so negatively viewed as now.
Yeah, just a lot of people, like, going back to the topic, why people don't, like they think it's bad and all that stuff. It's more like people just hate, that's, especially in this, like, world now, everyone just hates. Like, basically, in my mind, like, when the people do that, it's like, if someone ain't hating, you ain't doing something right, Like, there's some
also goes back to what Ninja said, too, when it was like...
Yeah, but the recent episode we had about...
the tweet that he put out was like,
winning.
I don't remember.
Losing. It was about losing.
Yeah, it was
like,
about losing.
Take it serious.
Yeah, he was like, and people were just giving him all kinds of backlash.
And it's just because like they see someone like him, who don't know the background of him, how long he's been streaming. He's been playing Halo forever. Like they don't see how.
It's quick to put people down because it's video games.
And that's
there's really nothing wrong with it because there's such a camaraderie with your friends when you play video games. And a lot of people who don't play video games don't understand that. Like our cameraman has a friend that's from New York. He's never even met, but they text all the time. And like that's special. And even in my opinion, that's special.
And just even keeping up with y'all, like when I went to school, playing as much like the amount of Call of Duty we all played when MWR came back and we all started playing again.
Sebastian,
we were all gone.
Dalton was gone.
So we were playing it, and we'd always get on. We'd always text each other.
Josh was gone.
We had a group message called Bod Squad, and we would always play Search every single night for at least a couple hours a night. We played Search on MWR because it was like a game everyone knew. Played that every single night. and would run people on that. And that was like how we all kept in touch.
Yeah.
Everyone being far, and people don't understand. There's just so many perks to gaming. It's not negatively viewed as. And now that you can make money, I think that's why people are so negative, because now they're hating. They're seeing people like Ninja making millions of dollars and like, damn, what the hell? He's just sitting down playing games.
Yeah, that goes back
the
to
negative
Yeah.
connotation.
like
of
you
it.
just they're hating because they're not. If someone's hating, usually there's something in their life that's going on that is making them do that, basically, or it's just like they're jealous. Like
Yeah.
you're being successful at something that they're not. It could be like anything. Like they could feel stuck.
And you can make money in anything.
Yeah,
these
honestly.
days. Like at the end of the day,
Right? You see TikTok?
Yeah. Yes. Like that's
Bro.
like your product
But
is
there's
gonna
nothing
be
wrong with that though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just a negative connotation, but I mean,
It's.
I think
nuts.
probably when we're older, like when we have kids, it'll be more generalized. But then there's gonna be something
Hope
else.
so.
There's gonna be something else that comes up though that's gonna be like viewed as of negatively. That's gonna be doing the same thing gaming was doing right now. Like gaming is still in the early pioneer stages, and then we got to think people like the Hexes, the FaZe Reigns, the FaZe, like those people that pioneered gaming to get it at least relevant, like to start esports, to make it known. All people that sacrificed making no money because they were playing games, to now they can make a living off of it, and we look at these people for inspiration. So.
FaZe is like, I know Optic, is very good too.
Yeah.
But FaZe
They're like the
is
OGs.
legit-
They're like the OGs of
They
like
everything.
making
made
the-
everything, like
the money.
everything's so.
And I used to watch FaZe and Optic just from sniping. Like FaZe used to just trick shot, and Optic, they used to just be a sniping clan. And then now, like you look at FaZe now, they have people like Juju Smith, Lil Yachty, like all these celebrities
Nick
that have
Merckx.
nothing to do with
Yeah.
gaming, talking about FaZe, and people that don't even
Offset.
And Cole Bennett with Lyrical Lemonade has like FaZe collab. So you have people like these that aren't even in gaming.
Yeah,
And,
Kappa.
Kappa. It's like
Kappa.
Champions.
Champion. It's just like they have these collabs with FaZe, and then people are like, oh, like I know
It's
what
all
FaZe clan
clean,
is,
too.
and then so you just got to have more people pioneer to
Well,
it.
Yeah.
But.
we're definitely gonna have you on for another, a lot of episodes. Probably.
Yeah, well, you'll be a regular guest for sure.
Yeah, definitely entertaining
Definitely
guy.
regular
To say the
guest.
least.
Sometimes,
Character, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will do it for another episode of Opinionated Off Topic with your co-host Carlos and Cam. They're a lovely guest, Austin Goatkins, Watkins, Austin Watkins with 2 S.
Slash
There
roommate.
it is.
Slash roommate.
There it
Man,
is,
you got the
baby.
whole plug in there.
Yes, sir.
Man.
What is your Instagram and Twitters for the people that want to follow you?
They want to see your clips.
We've already said it. It's Austin Watkins with 2 S's.
Oh, that's everything.
for both?
Don't
PSN,
forget, everything.
PSN,
PSN,
GBs,
GBs, Twitter,
My Fans Only.
Insta.
Wow, my fans,
yeah.
what?
If you want them feet pics, I got you guys.
Wow.
Sir.
You're a clown for that
But
one.
make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
We're out. Peace.